9. We have made it to the end of the third decan of the month. We are walking into the fourth decan. This is a decan of stability, the foundation on the 4 squares. Thank you for the gifts, Sama. Peace, peace. We move in gratitude as we end this third decan of the month of expression, creation, and understanding and emotion, and we come into more solidifying, bringing things into fruition, which is dope because it's in a divine alignment with us having the Aquarius Capricorn moon. That new moon marking the new beginnings of a moon cycle from new moon to new moon. You guys can check out my planetary forecast that I did from January to the next new moon of February 27th. I even put in some little spoilers for March as we have a total lunar eclipse and a solar eclipse happening in March. So we got some exciting things to look forward to. And then in April, the sun finally enters Aries constellation and we enter our New Year's, and it's fun, right? So y'all can check that out on my YouTube page. In the meantime, in between time, we are closing up that understanding of all the things and coming into foundation. We're going to take that day of 3-0, that is understanding in our cipher. We're going to take that 3 and put it into the month of 1. This is the month of knowledge, intellect. This is the month of the Ketters, being unique and original, the power to be one with all, says Asar. This is the energy of, it's a cardinal energy as Ogun or Aries energy rules over the first house. This is the gut that controls the mind. Everything starts with the thought, following your gut, intuition on things. Peace, perfect. How you doing, love? We move in gratitude in that space. So we're going to take this 3, we're going to put it into the month of 1, and we're going to come into 4, which is cool because, like I said, we are entering the 4th decan of the month. So now we add a 4, you know what I'm saying? So, understanding, put it into the knowledge. Now we got what we're solidifying our space. So we're going to take that 4. And of course, we want to harvest it in the year of 9. This is the year of completion, wholeness. This is the year of creating utopia. This is the year of reaping what you sow. So sow like you're going to reap, because as you see in the pattern of the numbers, whatever we put into the 9, we're going to get it right back. All right. When we put the 4 into the 9, what do we get back? We get 13, which is actually a karmic debt number, because it's very difficult to stand under the things that you know or take action on your emotions, because we live in a reality where other people would rather you stand under what they want you to know, whether it's textbooks, influencers, priests, teachers, politicians, and parents, grandparents, ancestors, people that don't know you, that died hundreds and hundreds of years ago, still want you stand under what they know. You know what I'm saying? So this becomes a karmic debt number. Also dealing with the 1 and 3 deals with the moon cycle, and that was also a karmic debt energy historically, because sitting under that moon cycle, celebrating the moon cycle, once we got into like the solar realm, using the solar calendar, Christianity, all that stuff like that, people who were seen celebrating or quote unquote worshiping the moon, or in that retrospective things, or even like the feminine energy, you know what I'm saying? Those different, battles and stuff like that. If you were seen going against that patriarchal, Sun Gregorian, Christian centered realm, you was dragged out into the street and set on fire, or you were hung, or you were called that name that alien is calling me in the comments. And so, in that retrospect, that's what made 13 a karmic debt number. So the power is learning how to stand under what you know, regardless of what other people are doing around you. And I think I'm doing a pretty good job, don't you? So we're going to take that 1 and 3, we're going to bring it into 4. 4 is that energy of stability. 4 is that energy of Chesed and the Sephiros, which is your imagination. Imagining the things that you want in your space is key here, right? And we love it here. 4 is being brought to us by the letters D and V. D is fire. This is taking initiative. The letter M is water. That's intuition. And V is earth, bringing things into the solid form, which 4 is good for, right? And we move in gratitude with that D and V, starting on a 3-0. Oh, let me go back. The being born in the day of 3, this is a good day for people born on the day of 3, 12, 21, and 30. So this day is good for you. 3, 6s, and 9s. Nice time. Hey, DWA. 13's been very good to me. Good. Standing under what you know and expressing, taking action on your emotions and stuff like that. That's heavy. And it's really important to do. It will irritate people around you, and it just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's a great day for my 3, 6s, and 9s. People born on those kind of days. 1, 4, 7s, and 8s. You guys learning how to be more flexible, learning how to be more in tune with your emotional self. Introspection is key here. It's not always about producing, making, creating. Sometimes it's just about going inward and allowing yourself to rest. When I talk to you, I swear I talk to you myself, because I'm ready to go to bed. Overall, today's a day at 4. You know what I'm saying? Today's a great day for my 4 life pathers. You know, like I said, 1, 4, 7s, and 8s. This is a great day for you guys to get in tune with that energy of 3. You know what I'm saying? Find you a 3, 6, and 9 around you. So getting into the book of the Metu Neter, let's chat about it. Let's talk about the chesed a little bit. The 4 Sephiroth is Mayat, Seishat. The Canaanite is Zakael. Kabbalistical is Jadula or Chesed. Yoruba is Ajay Chaglia. I know I butchered that enunciation. And Hindu Kush is Lakshmi. The sphere is 4th. The planet is Jupiter, and the day is Thursday. The number is 2, being in alignment with Maya energy. Thank you, Vincent. I appreciate that. Peace to you, Leroy, Agus, and Vincent. The gems is yellow sapphire, lapis lazuli, and tin. The herbalism bath is thuja, anise, and honeysuckle. The oils is anise and oak moss. The incense is aloes and anise as well. The hekau, or the mantras, the words of power. Hey, Aunt. Spiritual is shring, shring. The planetary is on grain, green grong. The spiritual direction is southeast, and the mundane direction is west. So as far as your animal spirit, your human self, here are some of the positive and negative influences that this energy of 4 is bringing upon us. Some positive is being just, equilibrated, holistic, generous, sharing, optimistic, liberal, magnanimous, moral sense, striving for advancement and wealth in a positive manner, religious, successful, fortunate, law-abiding, fair, charitable, deferring to elders, no trafficking with evil, grateful, and prudent. Some negative traits: being greedy, negatively expansive for food, sex, material things, etc. Hey, DWA. Pleasure seeking, boastful, extravagant, unlawful, materialistic, wasteful, unsocial, unsuccessful, unfortunate, hypocritical regarding religion and the law, false religious, legal, and scientific tenets. Some mental traits: synthesis, gaining insight into things by unifying them through the use of abstract analogies, hence well fitted for philosophical and theoretical, scientific, religious pursuits. Some careers or some functions that will be on the forefront of today: judges, very experienced lawyers, theoretical scientists, theoreticians, theologians, bishops, cardinals, bankers, merchants, upper echelon priests and priestesses, fortune hunters, officials, and managers. As far as the spiritual portfolio and function goes: doctrine of divine law and order, optimism, faith, law, love, abundance, success in the individual undertaking, and spiritual advancement. Mayat's papyrus scepter fuses divine law with the abundance that follows from living it. Its color is green, symbolizes abundance and fruitfulness, while the papyrus, which is used for writing, symbolizes the book of the law. She realizes that even her enemies are integral parts of the whole, and thus works and shares with them. Seisha raises her consciousness to the hall of the Metu Neter and realizes the ultimate unity of all things. There are no irreconcilable opposites in the world. This is the source of an undaunted optimism, faith, and inner joy, which reveal themselves in a peaceful, genuine smile and relaxed hetep state of being, even in the midst of setbacks and the greatest of external difficulties. Maya, or divine law, is the food and drink of Ra, which is the life force, which we know is associated with the sun. What did I say about cacao? I didn't say anything. Bless you, baby. I didn't say anything about cacao yet. I might have mispronounced the word. I don't know. Thank you, Eric. Mayat, the divine law, is the food and the drink of Ra, the life force. She nourishes her life force with the divine law and gives endlessly of her love, shares seeking nothing in return. There is no end to her worldly fortune, as her giving is answered from the depths of Nut. Perseverance in adhering to a belief system based on the cosmological arrangement and the synthesis of divine laws, such as achieved through the tree of life, leads to success in all undertakings, as the view of the unity that is concealed in the midst of the multiplicities that life presents to us is never lost. A collection of wise sayings and divine laws, however true, cannot save us if they are not arranged into an integral system of guiding us in our day-to-day existence. We have seen how abstract analogies presented in this book, especially in the symbols of the tree of life, serve to unify specifics across general categories. Unless the elements making up our belief system, whether secular or religious, are unified in this manner, they become enslaving agents of dogma instead of vehicles of salvation. That's a word. All right, so we've gotten to the mathematics of today is 4, which is, foundation. Stability. We like it here. We got into the gematria and the Netaru. So let's get into the astrological astronomical report. We start the day off with a 1% waxing crescent moon. So now we're in that place of building intangible things, our mindset, behaviors, emotions, work ethic, whatever is intangible, how you think, how you feel, what you're putting in your aura, your spiritual experiences. Moon rising at 8:04 a.m. and setting at 6:44 p.m. In our thought process as well as in our soul experience. Thank you, Eric. We are in Aquarius energy, so mind and spirit are in alignment with being revolutionary, unique, power to be one with all. Back into that SR energy, like I was telling you guys. The Ketters, heavy, knowledge is a big thing here. Now, in our energy exchanges, the moon is in Capricorn constellation still. So we are in having introspection on our root chakra, whether it's the Aquarius side of the root chakra of society and electronic communication, or introspection and the discipline and the order and the basic resources of self, that is a result of that Aquarius intellect, right? We have the moon sitting at a 24 degree in Capricorn, which is the Dhanishta nakshatra. So I'm going to get to that page. Ooh. Oh, no, I didn't mean to do that. Go back, go back. Dang it. Oh. Hold on, you guys. Thank you. I appreciate that. I love what I do. I'm very passionate about sharing knowledge and learning knowledge and spreading knowledge, and it's fun here. I actually do a stream read every day. We just got done reading The Power of the Kabbalah. So tomorrow we're going to start reading the Kabbalah. So the Dhanishta nakshatra is the 23rd nakshatra in Vedic astrology. It goes from 23 degrees Capricorn to 6 degrees Aquarius. It's ruled by the planet Mars, and its presiding deity is Vasu, a group of 8 deities represented by prosperity and abundance. The symbol is a drum, which signifies rhythm, music, and the ability to create harmony through sound. Mars influence brings action, courage, and assertiveness, active energy, physical strength, leadership, and aggression when necessary. Well, like I said, the symbol is drum, representing rhythm, music, and the power of sound. The drum also symbolizes the ability to create harmony and balance through rhythm, which is the key theme in Dhanishta. This nakshatra resonates with the vibration of the universe, making it a powerful force for spiritual and material prosperity. So that balance between the two is a big one for my spellcasters in the back, y'all. The deity is Vasu, a group of 8 deities associated with abundance and prosperity. These deities are known for bringing wealth, material success, and divine protection. The energy of Vasu encourages progress, achievement, and growth, and their influence can lead to success in both material and spiritual realms. As far as the moon passing through here, let's talk about that from here. Where are we? When moon is in Dhanishta nakshatra, the focus is on energy, action, and success. The Mars influence drives individuals to take action and engage in dynamic collaborations. And we're learning prosperity. So in a nutshell, I don't see like usually all the others how I've done the notes, but my eyeballs is like rolling past wherever it says when the moon goes here. But I won't, because I feel like you guys get the gist of it. So yeah, you're welcome, Truth. I appreciate it. I love being here. So I appreciate you guys accepting me. Sunrise at 7:09 a.m. Sunset is at 5:16 p.m. Now, in our thought process of our experiences, we are in 10 degrees Aquarius in the 4th house. So we're coming into that nurturing energy, introspection with that 4th house, dealing with home and family, our emotions, feminine energy going inward with society. So nurturing spaces in society is key here. Home and family being affected heavily. And we see that a lot. A lot of big, like, revolutionary things are happening to people's homes and families being broken up in different kind of ways. Whether it's through humans, it's through fire, it's through floods, it's through cold, whatever, what have you. It's just like a whole lot of transformations happening. Don't forget that Pluto is also there creating transformations in Aquarius and that 4th house of home and family as well. So that's all in alignment there. In our energy exchanges of our experience, the actual happenings, we're at a 15 degree Capricorn, 1 and 5, bringing us into that 6 of equality, bringing things into our space. We are in the Shravana nakshatra, excuse me as I find that page, which is where the moon was at yesterday with the sun, which was fun. This is the 22nd nakshatra in Vedic astrology. this is represented by 3 footprints, or can be interpreted as a pair of ears. The footprints express journey of learning and wisdom, while the ears symbolize listening and hearing truth. There's a strong emphasis on being receptive to knowledge, ideas, and guidance of others. The deity over this nakshatra is Vishnu, which is the presiding deity of Shravana, the deity of preservation and protection. Cosmic order and protection of the universe, security, stability, and spiritual wisdom is good attributes to this nakshatra. Its influence brings a sense of duty and responsibility to follow truth and justice. All right. So that's heavy there too. Wisdom and understanding, study, observation, reflection, seeking understanding of the world around you, and a desire for knowledge and truth are heavy emotions that you may feel in your experience right now, as that is the lunar mansion that the sun is currently in. And remember, it's happening in the 4th house. So a lot of this is introspection, going inward with the information, computing through it with your emotional, intuitive self, right? Some other astronomical events happening. The moon in Deneb al Jaldi will be in conjunction at 5:29 a.m. The moon will be 1.2 degrees south, minimal angle at 6:08 a.m. The moon will be 1.1 degrees south southeast, and because those areas are kind of like in the new moon space, no, it will not be visible. Uranus is stationary and begins its prograde motion at 11:05 a.m. Vesta's best AM visibility of the year and the Virgo constellation around the foot. If you want to catch Vesta, Vesta is the asteroid that sheds light on what we're passionate about. All right. Evening visibility of the moon begins as well, so you'll start seeing the crescent moon in the sky looking real pretty. The north node enters Pisces again at 8:30 a.m. If you notice, like the north and south node go back and forth between Pisces, Aries, Libra, Virgo, because it's always going prograde, retrograde, or whatever. The Beehive cluster and Cancer constellation is well placed today, so you guys will be able to catch that Cancer constellation, at mid-heaven, like around now. It's midnight. Omicron Velorum, the open star cluster in the Vela constellation, is also at mid-heaven. Saturn is currently at 17 degrees Pisces zodiac. This is all happening in the 5th house of your inner child, creative energy, your romantic self, your thespian self. Hey, Roadrunner. Saturn is there. Psyche is there. Your mentality, your limitations and restrictions. So they're pretty close to each other, about 3 degrees apart. So you find your mindset coming into this space of restrictions and order and authority. I talked about this heavy during the planetary forecast of like, yo, who is your authority? And that's what the energy of the moon was bringing in too, because like I said, it's a lot of revolutionary things happening in people's home and family, but in the end, it's calling on you to create a certain level of discipline and order and boundaries. And you could either appreciate the limitations and the restrictions and make them work for you because you are your own authority regardless of what's going on around you and outside of you, or you could fall into it. Either way, there's something for everybody, and it could all flow however way you like it. It's really up to you. You're more than welcome to ask a question, love. The moon is at 19 degrees Aquarius zodiac Ceres, at 20 degrees Aquarius zodiac, and this is happening in the 3rd house of community and communication. This is the Gemini house of intellect. So the moon is giving us that home and family, that maternal nurturing energy, as well as Ceres. So again, it's a big thing happening on people's houses, people's family units, people being separated from their mothers, children being separated from their parents. It's very heavy here in this energy right now. I know a lot of you guys can feel it. You can feel the shift. You can feel a lot of things moving to the where it's opening up the vortexes for a lot of you guys. You guys might feel a big energy shift because a lot of, energies have been moving out of space. However, for some people, not so much, respectfully speaking. When we get into the month calendar, remember we are still in the month of TB. We're here from January 7th to February 9th. So in the Kemetic calendar, we get 3 seasons a year. Each season gets 4 months. Each month gets 30 days. We divide those 30 days into 10-day decans. TB is the first month of the season of Perret, which is from inundation to growth. That goes from January to May. So, we start the beginning of this month like the soil is cold and frozen, and you can't really grow anything too much, and then by the time we get to the end of it, everything will be blossoming and blooming. So that's the cycle that we're in now with TB. In the Hebrew calendar, we are in the energy of Shabbat. We have entered Shabbat on the 29th So let me scroll down to that paper. Yeah. Mm-mm-mm. And I read really thoroughly about Shavat yesterday in the planetary forecast. If you guys want to check that out. I also read real heavy about being in the year of the wood snake as well. So you guys can check that out too. But um the key holidays of Shavat is the new year for trees, celebrating the natural world and the environment. The season is winter. Mm-hmm. Of course. Growth, renewal, connection to the land. Those are the keys. So when we're in the space of that. As far as the forecast goes, you guys know we are in the year 2025, wisdom in our cipher and wisdom in our power, ultimately bringing us to the energy of the harvest. So it's whatever you're enforcing in your space. The solar plexus chakra is key here. Aligning the solar plexus chakra to the sacral chakra is a big one here for us. Um, Can you give us a quick breakdown of the wood snake energy? Just a quick one. Well, the snake energy is the sixth sign out of 12 signs. You know what I'm saying? So it's bringing us to that space of equilibrium. It's pretty much, it's not too different from in the Gregorian calendar. Last year we were in the year of 8. Think about how the infinity symbol is sideways. I actually got like the symbol, like the snake figure 8 here, but I always think of it. But yeah, it's like high highs make low lows. The goal is to be the homeostasis in the middle. So like, be mindful of the dramatics, the overindulging into a lot of things. People that are born of snake, they're very flashy, you know what I'm saying? Be mindful of being too lax, too lazy, because a snake can bring on lazy energy to people that are already like that way in their natural state. So like it'll just enhance that vibration or whatever. But being methodical, planning things out is key. We want to be mindful of being impulsive this year. It wouldn't serve you very well. We have a lot of energy that's just really like if you could stick to that long term planning, stick to the fact that the moon was sitting over there in the root chakra and Capricorn energy deals with the long term planning and the different like streams and stuff like that. That's pretty much setting the tone for the year of the wood snake. You know what I'm saying? Challenges are gonna come. Can you stay your peace? You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much it. Oh, you're no Fuika's son. You're a healer of healers. We love it here. Hey, K. Sean. Peace. I like that. Peace to you. Oh, Fuika's son. Having experiences. We are in the year of gold. This is being passionate, interesting, and faithful people, attracting many people, being kind, having long lasting relationships, love of luxury, and spending money, which is in alignment with that snake energy as well. Ambition and willpower is key here. Willpower, self discipline, that five, which deals with Hera Kahuti at the end of 2025 that deals with like self-control as well, controlling your solar plexus chakra. You're going to see a lot of people out here that don't have control over their solar plexus chakra because they, instead of them controlling themselves, they're going to try to control you. They're going to try to control your mindset, your emotional set, your intuition and stuff like that instead of controlling their own vibrations. It's going to be very interesting. I see it already happening. The Baobab is also, West African horoscope, January 4th to February 3rd. Being firm, stable, strong, and invincible. Having the resources to conquer, resist, resilience are keys here. Self-confidence, integrity, honesty, and reflection and cleverness. The otter in the Native American, thank you, Kayshawn. The otter in Native American culture is the butterfly clan. This is air energy. We started this on January 20th, and we're ongoing in this energy until February 18th. Demand bliss and help, inviting us to behave like children, tapping into your inner child. And you see that because the opposite energy is Leo. Leo and Aquarius go hand in hand. While Leo is like action on the me that a child has, the Aquarius is like the we. I want to say we, on with the childlike mind. You know how children like I want to play with everybody. Like you got to tell your kids, bro, you got to stop talking to strangers. You better just like da da da. You know what I'm saying? But then but just learning how to walk through, life with that kind of mindset, that childlike behavior in this kingdom of things is, definitely a cool thing. You're an Aquarius moon, so is my child, and he's a rebel. It's very exhausting. I love him though. I'll be tired, but he's so smart. We have the best conversations. I tell you, have the best conversations. I'm an Aquarius rising. That's the only thing I have in Aquarius is being a rising. So getting back into the Hebrew calendar, we're in the day of Yom Shemishi, which is the fifth day, Thursday. All right. Um, Spiritual significance: on the fifth day, God created the creatures of the sea and the birds of the air. Genesis 1:20 to 23. It is a day associated with movement, life, and the creation of living beings. The fifth day symbolizes freedom, expression, and the divine spark of life. It is also associated with renewal and inspiration, as the animals that populate the earth are given the ability to move freely. So the keywords of today for Yam Chishi is life, movement, and inspiration. Deity for today in the Hindu calendar is Lord Brihaspati. Lord Brihaspati is the guru of the gods and the deity of wisdom, knowledge, and education. Jupiter, the planet associated with wisdom, abundance, and divine grace, is closely related to Lord Brihaspati's qualities of righteousness and spiritual insight. Associated activities: Thursdays are dedicated to seeking blessings for knowledge, spiritual progress, and wisdom. It is considered an auspicious day for prayers and rituals relating to learning, prosperity, and inner growth. People also observe fasting on Thursdays and may donate yellow colored items, which are associated with Jupiter. Hey, Sam. I have my year mapped out and have been journaling. If I could stay the path, I can come out of this year on top, with a ficus being the snake bearer or snake wrangler charmer. Oh, yeah. Truth. I love how you think. That's a vibe. I fuck with it. I like that. I like that a lot. So that's the Hebrew and Hindu calendar. Like on the ancient Kemetic calendar, we are still in the energy of Mut until the 31st, which is Friday. Being goal oriented, protective, generous, loving, parent, mother of the world, sensitive, affectionate, loyal, and focused. That is the vibes there. And getting back into the forecast, we are in the day of the sacral chakra, which Thursday rules over. This is our space of joy, sexuality, and sensuality. Our five senses and our nervous system that's attached to it all. Be mindful of overindulging, addictions, and obsessions. We want to stay balanced here, you guys. Um, the sacral chakra is the Svatisthana. Excuse me. Where is your being established? Below the navel and above the pubic bone is where it is. Um, Vom string are the Hakals. 417 hertz is the frequency. B note for my musicians. The color orange, 635 to 590 nm. Pyramid is the symbol for those of you guys who like to do Reiki and visualize. I will visualize a pyramid at that area. Hey, Sam. Then the long E sound, E vowel sound, okay? Obatala, Jupiter rules over this, the sacral chakra. The internal side of the sacral chakra is ruled by Pisces or Olukun, Mayat, being in the day for Chesed, which is also ruled by Mayat. So it's a great day between it being Thursday. It's ruled by the sacral chakra. We have the four out here. It's just, be in alignment with Mayat. Have some sense of discipline and order for your sacral chakra today. That's fun here. But Mayat is universal law, justice, and truth. Balance, the celestial government, the divine blueprint. Now in the Sephiros, it goes back and forth between the sacral chakra and the throat chakra, Jadula or mercy. Because when you look at the Metatron, the four is at the top. But it's kind of like having that angel and that demon on your shoulder, like in the Looney Tunes. Maya was the angel on the side, and then you got Sagittarius on the other side. So Sagittarius rules on the external side of the sacral chakra, which is associated with the second sphere, Tahuti energy. Sagittarius is associated with Obatala, sage and wisdom, the power of knowing and manifesting. And then in the Sephiros, this is associated with the brow chakra because it's up in the top three of the Metatron, Chokma, which is wisdom. So that's it on the planetary forecast of things. And we got into Moot. And so now, if you guys are ready, we can get into the planetary hour. Read the hours off to you guys. Okay, Ray. Okay, Ray. I feel you. Hey, if that's what you need to feel safe, I say do your thug dizzle. Be the authority of yourself. All right. So we're still in the hour of Jupiter, which is fun. The hour of Jupiter, this is a good time for like if you're dealing with long term planning, but like this is a space where you expand, you get your knowledge in, you know what I'm saying? Just getting that intellect on what the long term planning is. Like, all right, I want to have a garden. So Jupiter would say, all right, well, learn about how to garden, learn about what needs to grow near what. Like, that's what Jupiter will tell you to do. Okay. So the hours of Jupiter is from 12 a.m. to 1 a.m. Hey, Raekwon. 7 a.m. to 8 a.m., 2 p.m. to 3 p.m., and then 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. We have Jupiter sitting over there in our thought process of Gemini energy, and our energy exchanges is still in Taurus. So while our mindset is having an expansion, abundance, and that joy, and our community, our communication, and that intellect, I'm telling you guys to get, our energy exchanges are bringing, that Taurus energy, our heart chakra, where we prioritize what we value, things like that. The hours of Mars, which is where we'll end up next, 1 a.m. to 2 a.m., 8 a.m. to 9 a.m., 3 p.m. to 4 p.m., and 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. Now, Mars is all about your
toilet's clogged.
Okay. Your motivation, your aggression, your ambition, what gets you going, you know what I'm saying? What triggers you into anger, your assertive self. Physical activity is a good thing to do around this hour. You might want to go like run up some stairs. I don't know. Hey, Dragon. I'm good, Raekwon. How are you? So Mars is sitting over there in Cancer in our thought process. It is in retrograde, so we are kind of slowed down in the solar plexus chakra energy. A lot of you fire babies or your fire placements could probably feel that, that slowdown because, it's not summertime yet, so relax. It's not springtime yet. We still are in the dead of winter, so it's not really a space and time to, start making a whole bunch of moves and action. This is a big time for introspection, which is why Mars is sitting over there in Cancer. They say Mars is like debilitated in Cancer, but that's because it's not time to like start running around in circles. It's time to start nurturing your solar plexus chakra, or nurturing what you need to do. Like, oh, all right, I think I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna, get this done. This is what motivates me. Like the journaling, like when you were telling me truth, that's a thing. Um, Now, in our energy exchanges, Mars has retrograded back to Gemini. So, as you're coming into the introspection and using your intuition and your emotions and how you feel about certain things that's going on with your solar plexus chakra, your sense of control, your enforcement of your boundaries and stuff like that, your energy, what's happening around you is you'll start being around communities that'll help cultivate that or challenge that. You know what I'm saying? Whatever way, depends on where you at in your mindset with it. Hey, Caroline, how you doing, love? Hey, Erie. And the hours of the sun is from 2 a.m. to 3 a.m., 9 a.m. to 10 a.m., 4 p.m. to 5 p.m., and then 11 p.m. to midnight. So, the sun is all about our experiences. It's like, an energy center like Mars, but Mars is more like assertiveness and aggressiveness, where the sun is just like, I just got energy. Like, I'm just ready to do stuff. You know what I'm saying? We have the sun sitting over there in Aquarius in our mind space, being, Aquarius is the swords, that's intellect, knowledge, the power to be one with all. Now we're getting the downloads from the Ketters, because Aquarius is one, which is knowledge and supreme mathematics. And then we also have Aquarius being revolutionary, dealing with people that are separate from society as they learn to be one with society, like people in hospitals or hospices, and jails and colleges and boarding schools. Electronic communication is also associated with Aquarius too. So a lot of experience happening there with the sun. Now, in our energy exchanges, the sun is over there in Capricorn. We talked about this. This is the discipline, the boundaries, the order, the survival of self, how you obtain your resources based upon that Aquarius mindset. So, like, I'll give you guys like a layman's thing or whatever, right? We know the root chakra is associated with your first stage of development, right? Getting y'all a little introspection on the class I'm about to start teaching. So it's associated with the first stage of development. So in Aquarius, the mindset will be like, oh, that's mom. And in my mind, a mom is supposed to be like this. A mom is supposed to come to me when I cry. And maybe your mom doesn't come to you when you cry. So what happens in your Capricorn is you don't cry. You might start becoming very independent as you get older in age. I'll do it myself. You know what I'm saying? And so that's the retrospect of that, or um, you know, In society, you'll go and you'll be like, oh, this is the teacher, the teacher tells me what to do. Oh, thank you. The teacher, tells me what to do. The teacher rules over this or whatever, whatever the teacher tells me is true, right? So your Capricorn will be like, oh, well, if everything the teacher says is true and these are teachers around me, then I got to listen to what they say. I'm just going to take what they say for face value. I ain't going to look too far into it. You know what I'm saying? They're going to be my survival self. So, that's the relation of Aquarius to Capricorn. Oh, man, she's going to start teaching. I've always been a teacher. What are you talking about? Do you not see this college hoodie on? What do you think I do with my free time? What the hell? Clip, catch up. Um, but yeah, so that's the root chakra. Those are some examples. You're welcome, Truth. I just wanted to be funny. I know, right? I laughed. Did I laugh? If I didn't laugh on the outside, I definitely laughed on the inside. Hey, Katrina. The hours of Venus from 3 a.m. to 4 a.m., 10 a.m. to 11 a.m., 5 p.m. to 6 p.m., and then at midnight, of course, we start Friday at on a Venusian energy. So Venus is the time to get into aesthetics, things of beauty for my jewelry makers, my fashion designers, my painters and stuff. This is a good hour. These are good hours of creation or curating or viewing or being inspired by those different things. That's all Venusian vibe. Also, just Venus also rules over spaces of business and wealth. Just what you prioritize and what you find beautiful, period. You know what I'm saying? Wherever Venus is at for you. My Venus is in Virgo. So, do with that what thou wilt. I'm a Virgo Leo Venusian individual. You know so that's that there. It's also a good time to engage in like romantic pursuits during those hours of Venus. Now Venus is sitting over there in Pisces. Is when I was heavy on oh, same. How is it for you? Blink twice if you if you need help. um but Venus is right now is in Pisces in the fifth house. So Venus is all about, I talked about this yesterday in the forecast too, like really tapping into your inner child. A lot of those Pisces placements are sitting over there in the fifth house of getting back into your dreams, your secrets, your spiritual self, your intuitive self, your emotional self as the child that you were. You know what I'm saying? Because you had some keys there that you probably need to go back to. I would highly suggest tapping into your natal chart, your draconic chart, and then bringing that into your progressive chart. You can do like a synastry reading with those three charts together on your natal end, but with your progressive Vedic to see how like things are for you now. um all right, let me say that in a full sentence. So I would do your natal tropical and your natal draconic chart and align that with your progressive Vedic chart or your progressive tropical chart, and that'll help you with your thought process and your experiences of today. You think you being a white man separates you from what I'm talking about? You ain't special, Steezy. Where is your pen and paper at? I'm not racist. You brought up you being white. You could have easily sat there and got the same information. You ain't special. You better do that shadow work, Steezy. Stop playing with me. Don't play with yourself. You got some ancestors you need to put on your altar and set straight so we can get this energy right in the present. That's what's required of you and your tribe of people. There's some cleaning up that needs to be done, just like it's cleaning up that needs to be done from all races and cultures and tribes and villages. All of our hands ain't squeaky clean. Otherwise, we wouldn't be in the situations we in now, right? Love is always the answer. Be present. Anywho, so yeah, that's Venus. Venus over there in Pisces, visualizing the things. Hey, Daniel. Hey, Clinton. Visualizing the things that you want in your space, utilizing that chesed, making sure your heart stays light as a feather, right? Keeping your heart light as a feather is a key here, and it can be very, very demanding and taxing because there'll be a lot of different people, places, things, situations, um, coming into your space trying to callous your heart, and we see that around us, you know, on a regular basis. And it's just like, sometimes you might, fall a little bit, but that's a part of life. Don't get too hard on yourself. Don't get stuck down there. Just keep going. Yeah, keep on being light, the heart light. Yep. Because we are the light, so we got to be the light. It's not about the light being inside of us. The light is us. You know what I'm saying? This human body is a small percentage of how big that light is. The light. That's why you could put light through your body, because your body ain't even really there for real. For real. So yeah, I talked about Venus being over there in Pisces. And Mercury, the hours of Mercury are from 4 a.m. to 5 a.m., 11 a.m. to 12 p.m., and then 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. I was born on a Wednesday, so I'm a Wednesday Virgo. So those hours are good for community and communication. Anybody into trading, those are good hours for trading, learning something, studying, taking notes. Those are good hours for traveling too. Other mercurial vibes, listening, speaking, what I'm saying, teaching, learning, uh, it's heavy on the Mercury. Now, Mercury is sitting over there in Aquarius in our thought process. It's in Capricorn on the Vedic in our energy exchanges. So, invocation and communication on our society. All this is happening in the third house. Third house of Gemini, also ruled by Mercury. So, it's happening in a space of it's happening in a space of like that community that comes around you to kind of like test out the things you're trying to invoke in your space, like either test it out to see how bad you want it or how disciplined you are to have it. They might come in a form of support, they might come in a form of trying to discourage you. Either way, it's just energy you attract by invoking the things that you want, you know what I'm saying. They Gustador, what's that? Brazil, peace, peace. Um, me too. Me too. You're a Virgo too. That's why you over there picking at me. Cause y'all we some pickers. The moon. The moon is all about introspection. The moon is all about emotional activities, tapping into your intuition, third eye healing, all that fun stuff. The moon is also about dealing with home and family, maternal energy, feminine vibes. We love it here. The moon's hours are from 5 a.m. to 6 a.m., 12 p.m. to 1 p.m., and then 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. We talked about the moon being over there in Aquarius and hey DJ Trigger, Aquarius, Capricorn, you know what I'm saying, in the root chakra. So we got heavy energy happening in the root chakra. We got our sun of experiences. You're also born on a Wednesday. Cool. You got your sun experiences, your moon of introspection. You got your Mercury of invocation and communication and learning. You got Pluto creating transformations and empowerment, revealing secrets, and all of that is happening. Well, Mercury and Pluto are over there in the third house, so that's in the house of community, intellect, and traveling. And we see that, the transformation is happening with what we evoke in our space. As I'll be telling people, y'all be careful what y'all share on these platforms. There's a lot of placements over there in Aquarius, and by you guys sharing false information because y'all don't want to do the due diligence and actually read the actual articles or watch the actual videos or whatever what have you. And even then, like, bro, I thought we was past it. I thought we already knew like they be lying on TV and stuff like that. So why do you think people sharing stuff on TV on the internet suddenly made it true? I don't know. But this also shows who's authority. What are y'all giving y'all energy and y'all intellect up to? You know what I'm saying? Are y'all, oh, I'm just doing my job because some boogeyman behind the curtain in some state hours and days away told me that I had to do it, or somebody that died centuries ago said this was this and that was that, so now I'm about to follow suit in today. Are you guys really the authority of yourself, or y'all just be making stuff up? I'm gonna keep asking y'all that. Y'all get it together. Y'all just be doing anything, and y'all be following orders and rules from people that don't even know you exist. Um, but yeah, it's a lot of placements over there straddling the root chakra. So heavy root chakra being done here with your mindset and your connection of all to all with that Asar energy of Aquarius, and then coming into Capricorn Babylon, the boundaries and the discipline and the order that comes, with that. And again, like I said, home and family, and 3, your community. Those are the big spaces that are being affected right now in this space and time. Um, and Saturn is over there in Pisces, 6 a.m. to 7 a.m., 1 p.m. to 2 p.m., and 8 p.m. and 9 p.m. Those are the hours of Saturn. Saturn is all about long-term planning too, but like how I said, Jupiter is long-term planning in terms of expanding and getting the knowledge and stuff like that. Saturn more so like points out like the discipline that's required, some challenges that may come up, some restrictions you may have, while Jupiter comes in and says, okay, if that's going on, Saturn, let's find out how we can move around it. What will we do if we're driving in our RV and a tire pops, or da 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 da? Like, that's Jupiter. Like, let's be optimistic because you have the power to do what you want to do. Saturn is just showing you, your blind sides, what could go wrong, and, to introduce that Jupiter of how can you prepare for it. You know what I'm saying? So keeping that in mind, Saturn is over there in Pisces, like I said, and then it's in Aquarius on the Vedic scale. So it's creating those challenges and limitations in our society as we imagine them in the space. Once again, reminding you guys, being mindful of what you are invoking and imagining in your space. There is a lot of energy that is calling on you guys to gossip. Oh my God, so much gossip on these platforms. You know, Aquarius rules over electronic communication, right? And we're putting it all in our root chakra. So when you see like our youth being raised up on these platforms, they're very emotionally attached. A lot of those people have Pluto in Aquarius. You know what I'm saying? Got to be mindful of that generation that was born up into this shit in the age of Aquarius. You know what I'm saying? So be mindful of that age as being born into this stuff. This is what they know. This will be their basis. This will be what was history books to us. You know what I'm saying? So keep that in mind. Be responsible of what you share, even if it's truth or facts. Is it keeping your heart light as a feather? Will it keep the hearts around you light? Or is it just clickbait because you want the views, because you want to come through your ego and get the most likes, or you want to come through the ego and get the fiat currency? Remember, fiat is fake. A lot of stuff in this. And then shouts to TJ, because he made a good point when he said corporation. He's like, all that stuff over there is fake and dead. It is fake and dead. So why are you taking your actual reality, your live auric self, your spirit in this vessel, or in holding this vessel, because the vessel is inside of the spirit, not the spirit inside of the vessel. So you're going to take all of the stuff that actually exists in your space and just devote it to all this dead stuff and make that bigger. That's the 1%. All that dead stuff is the 1%. That's why we complain, oh, the 1% owns everything. The 1% doesn't own anything. For real, for real. The 1% owns 99% of the 1%. And that's the smallest part of our existence. It doesn't have to exist in our realm if we don't want it to. You know what I'm saying? Not in the way that they're trying to make it exist. And that's why I come up here on my platforms. I ain't sharing no gossip or nothing like that. I want to, share something different than these ones and zeros. It's really important. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? But yeah. What you said, man, I said I'll be doing away with the gossip. It is a low vibration, and I even feel low just sitting there listening to it. I don't even like when it pops up on my page. I just be sitting there like, bro, and it's like it keeps popping up. Like no matter how much I click away at it or whatever, usually when I come on here, it's always the first thing that I see. It's like, God damn it. And then it's like when you're talking to certain people and you hear like, oh, we can only have conversation if I'm talking about somebody or something, and it's like, oh, can we share knowledge instead? Like one time for the one time, you know what I'm saying? I was working from home and I've changed jobs since then and had to remember, man, gossip is a motherfucker. Yeah, that barbershop gossip, right? People love sharing information. I love sharing information too. As long as the information keeps it light, keeps it tight. We over here sharing misinformation, fear mongering, gossip and all that stuff for, likes and ego and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? We got to be mindful of that because it's not conducive. It's not conducive and it's not assisting you. And I'm coming from the place of, I just got done reading the Power of the Kabbalah, y'all. I'm about to fall into this wormhole. We start reading the Kabbalah tomorrow. But I actually like how I feel while I'm reading it. Like I feel myself getting light and being more conscientious of like what comes out of my throat chakra or what I'm entertaining from people. And it's just like, okay. Like it's making a lot of different conversations a whole lot shorter because it's like, what do we talk about? Like when people, I've experienced some events in my reality, and then people keep asking me, well, how you been? I don't really want to talk about how I've been for real, because if we keep it 100, how I've been no longer exists. How do I feel now in this moment? I'm okay. I'm warm. I'm fed. I'm comfortable. Like this is what's happening right now. Maybe 10 minutes from now it'll be different, and we might be able to have a different conversation. But to say how I've been, I just don't feel like it matters. You know what I'm saying? Women be shopping. Yeah, I like to shop. Shopping actually makes me feel better. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. That was a good Dave Chappelle joke though. Women be shopping. Women be shopping. You can't stop a woman from shopping. What movie is that from? Right, let's go to the gym. Chris Rock, no. It's Dave Chappelle from The Nutty Professor. That was the joke he was saying before Eddie Murphy beat his ass. Let's talk about supplements. For real, let's talk about the herbs and stuff like that. I made this concoction. I call it dirt water because it tastes just like dirt. But I like how I feel when I drink it. And I got all these different herbs in it and stuff. And I'm trying to get back into the flow of at least drinking one water bottle a day of it. And it's fun here. Oh, you right. That's one of my favorite movies. I know the whole script by heart. And then when I found out that that dude was Dave Chappelle, I was like, oh my God, I love him even more. We love it here. Yeah, I do need a gym partner though. I need a gym partner. I need somebody to garden with me. So many things. I'm ready for like more stuff in my physical space. I like the internet though. It's cool here. It's just like, dang, I can't wait for my actual like physical reality to start doing stuff. But we're getting there. All right. Me too, Katrina. Hey, my favorite man. So the overall reading is Damiana, the beloved. Boop boop. Run that dirt H2O. The dirt H2O. All right. Tomorrow night when I'm here, because I don't got the bag nowhere near me, but I got a nice. I got. It's a list of stuff that's on it. So Damiana is the herb 11, the energy of mastery. Master self so well that you begin to spill on and inspire others. You see, you got the 11. Like, I'm doing me so well that I'm connecting you, and together we're together because 11 goes to 2. All right. And then we have Venus, our Venusian energy, which I said was in Pisces energy, imagining the things. Oh, yeah, yep, that is a song by Lava. And then Pluto creating transformations and empowerment. So being empowered by your heart chakra, the things you love. Hey, Reverend Lovejoy. Hey, love. Um, all that fun stuff. So transformations and empowerment, got the water being poured upon the heart chakra, the space of beauty. You know, being empowered by your heart chakra is key. Then we got the page of swords. So we're also protecting ourselves with what we know in the same breath. Okay. But be mindful. Don't be like overexerting yourself with the protection of yourself, because some of the things that you guys have been holding in your Aquarius has been creating entirely too many boundaries in your Capricorn, and it's putting you in a space where your root chakra is very restrictive. You know what I'm saying? You're creating a lot of limitations. And so your sacral chakra, you over here bragging about how you don't allow yourself to feel joy, and I don't allow myself to indulge in any of my senses. I cut myself completely off. Like, bro, that means you have an overactive root chakra. Come back down. You think you're doing something, baby. you depriving yourself, and you're gonna start to feel that backup in your sacral chakra, because your body is an antenna of what's happening to your auric self. So when you start feeling like in your reproductive area, like pains, and now you got to stretch and you can't hear out your left ear or whatever because you over there backed up on your sacral. I also got the death card here, also insinuating that Pluto energy of transformation, death and rebirth, you know what I'm saying, coming back into the space. I actually flipped it. It's actually upside down when I pulled it. It was reversed. So it was coming into that baby form. So we're already in that space of renewal, coming into things, like I said earlier, like a mind of a child. A child comes into the kingdom and enjoys everything. What does that button do? What happens when I put that in my mouth? What does that smell like? And it's also the space of curiosity and appreciation, that you can even like obtain such level of curiosity and satisfy it and stuff like that. So coming into the kingdom in that space of things is key here as we come into that transformation. Allow it to be empowering. We love it here. I like the energy I'm getting from this reading today. I'm glad that I got new cards today, because last 3 days I don't know who was in here, but I kept pulling the same cards for you. And then we had Chokma as the 2, right? So coming back into that Jupiter energy, today's Thursday. Jupiter in Capricorn, the joy to your sacral chakra, like I just said. Make sure that if you are, restricting yourself from tapping into your sensual, sexual, creative joy or whatever, you need to go back to your root chakra and just loosen some stuff up. You can go back to your Aquarius, your mindset that came behind the boundaries, the discipline and order. There's something that needs to be tweaked there. Check your Aquarius placements. Check what house your Aquarius rules over. You'll get that insight there between, like I said, your natal tropical and your draconic. You know what I'm saying? Do that in the Aquarius placements, and then align that with your progressive Vedic. You can also do your natal Vedic too, if you want to know about, like, if there are certain things that happened in your childhood that you might have forgot or something. Yeah, you could do your natal Vedic over there in Aquarius as well. And then you could let that spill off into your Capricorn, so you can see, oh, this is the cause, this is the effect. Hey, Neri. Destiny in the third eye. So aligning these two chakras together and allowing them to be one. This is the key, and this is where we want to flow at. This is also another card I keep flowing for y'all, but this is a lot with the chesed energy, and the Mars and Cancer having more introspection and slowing down. This is still a time to go inward. I know we're getting more sunlight than usual, but we're still in winter time. Could you imagine if we were still in like that November, October darkness during this cold that we're experiencing right now? Oh my goodness, it would be so crazy. So we move in gratitude for that balance between cold and light. You know what I'm saying? Like, thank you. Cause what the hell? The window out here ain't stopped yet. We had a wind advisory all day long today. But yeah, tapping into your destiny is key here. When you're aligning that root and that sacral chakra. Unfair treatment, like I said, with a lot of the stuff that's going on out here, we got the 3 and 2, the understanding of your wisdom that comes into 5, the celestial enforcer, right? Power. So standing in your power, being reminded of who you allow in your authority. It might have been some things. Oh, you know what this is making me think of? So there's this 5-day alchemist course that I've been taking, right? And today we got into unblocking. See, I did the work today and I didn't even realize it. Ooh, full circle. I love it here. So today we went over some things that, what do we want, and what are some thoughts that make it difficult for us to have it 100% in our vortex that we want it, right? And so as we give him the answers or whatever, he does the meditation session at the end of this course, right? And so we do this meditation session, and I'm listening to the stuff that he's saying while we're like listening to the frequencies. And he said something. He was like, because somebody had put like I'm not good enough. It was me. I put I'm not good enough. It was me. And Meet Me is ahead of YouTube. How? Oh, it is. Oh, with me. That's funny. So I put I'm not good enough. So his meditation was that, like, you have a fear of rejection. And he was like, go back to your fear of rejection. He was like, go back to school. And I didn't even think about certain facets of like that with school. With like, if you got a bad grade, you would get in trouble. Never mind all the times you got like good grades, everybody gets used to it or whatever. You might get a Snicker bar and get to eat lunch with the principal. Ooh. But then when you got a bad grade, baby, you was on punishment for mad days. Like, it was just like very extra. Like, why we couldn't have like Applebee's for 5 days when I got straight A's? But I'm gonna be on punishment for 5 days if I got bad grades. But that is like, even if subconsciously, like not fully thinking, that those are the beginnings of rejection, you know what I'm saying? Or being a toddler and being your authentic self and saying, oh, you're laughing too loud, or you're crying too loud, or you're too needy. Like, you were always too much. It was too this, too that, too this, or whatever. And so it's like, oh, okay, that's cool. So those are other examples of that Aquarius Capricorn combination that we know that Pluto is in. Venus attracting that Pisces, that chesed. So while Pluto's creating transformations in our root chakra for us, because you guys are going to do the work like I told y'all to, Venus is over there in Pisces, which is our sacral chakra, aligning our heart chakra to our sacral chakra, allowing us to vibrate in our vortex. What it is brings us joy. Where our sensual self is, our creative self, our sexual self, because you're allowed to have both. I know, the way a lot of our cultures treat sexuality, they kind of like make it weird to make you feel like, well, I'm a better person if I don't engage. But that's still a part of your nature, though. You know what I'm saying? So come create your own mind frame. Maybe there's some things in your root chakra about sex that you need to overcome. You know what I'm saying? Because you can still be backing yourself up in that realm of things too, because again, the way society has polluted the act of sex, the thoughts of sex, being sensual, being, in that realm of things. So being mindful of that is also okay. Hey, Letta, and that's the reading I got for you guys today. Tap up into your sacral chakra today. And if you don't like where your sacral chakra is at and what it's doing, if you find yourself like, restricting it too much, do the root chakra work. That's the collective reading, my guys. If you would like a personal reading, please feel free to reach out to me. Lesnobodies, lesnobodies @gmail.com. For those of you guys that meet me, there's links up there y'all could click on. Y'all can inbox me on any of those social media platforms for a personal reading. I do have a special if you would like a personal month and personal year for the month of February. I'm doing those for $22, and we go from there. We are entering. I've been doing name and birthday readings for $22. That's about to go back up to $44. in February. So, be mindful of that if that's something that you guys have been anticipating on receiving. I also do full panel readings, and those increase as more you want those. And I specialize in aligning your astrology placements into your chakras. So that is my niche. That's what I'm good at. I got a class coming up for y'all. I'm very excited about the classes I got coming. I'm trying to pitch my shit to this TikTok university situation. I got a chance to meet the goddesses yesterday. So it was just like, I'm like, oh, okay, I see y'all over there. So we'll see how well that goes. Might be in alignment with the peoples. But that's what I have for y'all today. Y'all enjoyed it on Thursday. You're welcome, Truth. I appreciate you for tapping in. I appreciate you, K. Sean, as always, doing the thug dizzle. I appreciate you too, Katrina. I watch Adventure Time to tap back into my inner child. Does it every time. You know what it did for me? Scooby Doo. Am I showing my age? Because I was an adult when Adventure Time came out. Scooby Doo. I was watching the Flintstones the other day, and then yesterday I was just listening to old songs. Like when I was younger, we had like child artists like Lil Romeo and Sammy and Lil Bow Wow and shit. And so like going back to that kind of music and those artists, that was like big on my. I felt good after that. Hey, Letta. Peace to the guys. But yeah, I'm gonna let y'all go. Peace, peace.